Good evening, everybody. Now, I'm just a simple man, and my name is Noah Foster. Welcome to this special Team IndyDQ predictions video, where tonight we'll be predicting New Japan Pro Wrestling Royal Quest, where we have 4 championship matches and a ton of other singles and tag classes to look forward to. So with that, allow me to introduce you to this elite team. First off, here's the holiday. Here's a family man, and he's my co-host in 205 Live Matters. It's Mr. Christopher Mace. Chris, how are you?
I'm doing good. After the G1 series and the J Cup, I'm really glad to be predicting this show with y'all, so I'm ready to get started.
All right, fair enough. Second, he's different. He's comical. He's extremely creative with his own brand. Follow him on Twitch.
And you too.
James Hebert. James, how are you? It's been a while.
It has been a while. How are you guys doing? I am ready to talk to myself some good old-fashioned pro wrestling, especially New Japan and All Out specifically. Looking forward to these shows and ready to predict.
All right.
Bringing it home for Indy Force.
Yep. Team IndyDQ at its finest, people. We're taking over. New World Order. Anyway, the man over here.
For life.
Yeah, too sweet. And speaking of which, fellow fan of Bullet Club here and fellow follower of New Japan Pro Wrestling, more humor than you'll ever see out of No DQ's personalities, in my opinion, and a great, good-hearted fellow. It's good brother, Christopher Buzz, and the current IWGP Team IndyDQ champion. Hello, sir. How are you?
You know, it's a good thing you actually introduced me before this last participant drinking her water.
Oh, geez.
Oh, man. This, man, 10 pounds of gold on my shoulder. I'm so happy I won this tournament, the G1 tournament. I had more wins than everybody else. Noah, you did an okay job. You did an okay. Holiday, I got to admit, you did a great job. Holiday, I had to come back and beat you. And Chris Cass, I know you couldn't be here today. I know you're in this little Pokemon phase of winning the tournaments and whatnot. But man, I'm surprised you went last place. And Sydney G, you just suck.
Oh.
Do you want me to message Evan?
So
Calm down.
But all serious, I'm doing great, everybody. I'm doing great.
All right. Yeah, folks, we're coming off some incredible action. We just had G1 Climax 29, crowned our winner there. Go follow my Simple Takes, predictions, and overall analysis on my Simple YouTube channel on that. But before all that, getting back to the current time, last but not least, she is the darling of Team IndyDQ, the Indy Queen. And support independent wrestling, folks, because that's what we're all about here. It is, of course, the lovely, simply, Cindy G. Cindy, how are you?
I'm doing great, besides me trying to call our favorite NXT party guest to good brother Chris. I'm doing pretty good, actually. I'm very excited for this pay-per-view. I mean, man, this day is going to be so much busyness going on. And I'm very excited despite everything that I've been going through in my life. So if you guys check my YouTube channel, I did post a life update video of like what's going on with my life and getting a little deeper but anyway, I'm excited. But thank you, y'all, for having me again, and love and support.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
Well, I just want to say, like I said, I'm glad you're back.
Thank you.
She did hit 4th place though in the tournament, so she did.
Yeah, she didn't finish dead last, y'all. She came back.
Right. Let's get on to the present now. Now that you all learned Team IndyDQ, figure out your favorite personality from this point going forward, who you think's going to win. With that, let's go ahead and get into this card. So again, this is a special, once again, with the extended partnership of New Japan Pro Wrestling, spanning out of its natural region, all over the world, from the United States of America to Australia, now to Europe. We have this special New Japan Pro Wrestling Royal Quest show coming from the Copper Box. Pretty good sales I've seen so far. Mm-hmm. And this will be on the same day as AEW All Out and NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff. Again, probably the best day of wrestling we're going to see all year. So we're going to go right through this card in a fast but also reasonable pace. Let's start with our opening match here. So the first match I see here is, of course, 6-man tag action. We have one of the coaches of New Japan Pro Wrestling, Taguchi, and his young lion partners, two of the most prominent young lions I've seen all year, Shota Umino and Ren Narita, versus, simply put, Roppongi 3K. So this is going to be a special tag classic here. Okay, we know where Roppongi 3K is capable of. They're former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. Ren Narita and Shota Umino are two of the most promising talents coming up for New Japan Pro Wrestling's Young Lions school. They're no doubt on their way to bigger and better things. And then Taguchi, I mean, it's the coach, okay? You can't hate this guy. You're just trying to figure out his plays. So let's see here. Who do I think could use the win more, and where can I see this going? Well, I know for a while that I haven't talked about the never openweight six-man tag team title picture. I can see the winning team maybe going after that. But I've seen what Sho and Yo are capable of as singles competitors through the Best of the Super Juniors, as well as Ren Narita. And of course, Shota Umino, he's been under the watchful learning tree of one Jon Moxley. So as far as my pick for this match, I am actually going to go with Roppongi 3K. All right, James, who's your pick to win this match?
For me, also Roppongi 3K. You can't go wrong with my boy Rocky Romero and his boys Sho and Yo. Honestly, I've always been impressed with these guys. I think they're going to go far. I don't think they're going to be as good as Sho and Yo are as singles competitors. I do not think they're going to split this team up anytime soon. I'm picking them to win.
All right, nicely done. Cindy, what about you? Now, I know you've seen many of these people recently in action, you and Good Brother, but I'm going to start with you. Ladies first.
That's right. So Good Brother and Chris and I, we went to the round 2 of the Super J Cup. We see all 6 individuals having an incredible match. I mean, I'm very proud of Shota Umino and Ren Narita. They're stepping up their game, especially being in the dojo for actually a year now. And they have a big, high potential in the future, especially with, as what Jon Moxley would call Shota, shooter. Well, I'm going to go ahead with my pick. I'm actually going to be agreeing with you, Noah and James. I'm going with Roppongi 3K. This match, it's a great start and opener. We'll be seeing a little bit of a comedic act, but that's okay because where there's comedy, you know it's going to start firing up big time. And with the interaction with Taguchi and Rocky Romero, you know it's going to be like one hell of a LOL moment. Just like at the Super J Cup with Taguchi versus Dragon Lee, a bit comedic. And then Rocky Romero and Yo versus Jushin Thunder Liger and Amazing Red at the Round 2 tournament live. And by the way, you guys, there is already a spoiler on social media, and I know they're not gonna air the Super J Cup until September on New Japan Pro World. So just wanna heads up. But anyway, so I'm gonna be, like I said, Roppongi 3K, 3K, 3K.
Yeah, I mean, you got the king of sneaky style there as the captain, Rocky Romero, so There's going to be some shenanigans. But as far as comedy, you know you're in there for Yo's pec flexing, people. You watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's going to do it. Don't worry. Also, disclaimer, I live #spoiler3. If you find some of these feeds a little low quality, it's Skype, and also we're uploaded at 360p on Aramis No DQ channel. So, anyway.
That's all we can do.
We're trying to get new record equipment very soon with our prospective jobs, so please bear with us.
Yeah, right.
Webcam and microphone. First of the month next month.
I have good quality, I think. At least I think.
But I know people are gonna be like, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, I just want to address the critics directly.
Well, I mean, once you get this ugly mug on here, the quality immediately drops down. So you know. No, I'm kidding.
That's why I have the captain behind me to be good, distract from my ugliness here. I have the captain. It's all right.
I was about to ask about.
Anyway, people, get your alcohol beverages out as we continue this rant. Good brother Chris, what's your thoughts and your pick on this?
This 6-man tag is going to be very interesting. I just have a feeling Roppongi 3K is going to win. You got Rocky Romero, the leader of that group. He's going to do some sneaky style. You got Sho and Yo. Sho had a great performance during the quarterfinals. I'm not no spoilers or nothing like that. And Yo, Yo to me is just pretty weird, but he's a great talent as well. Trust me, guys, you don't want to hear Sidney G singing that theme song live. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. But when it comes to the opponents, I don't see them winning. I know Taguchi, he's going to try his best to coach those young Lions, but I guess it's not going to be enough. So Roppongi 3K is going to win.
All right, fair enough. Last but not least, can't speak tonight. Chris Mace, who do you got? Are we unanimous here? Or are you going to be the odd one out in the?
I'm always the odd one out. I picked oh my God, I gotta say his name right. So I picked the other guys' wings. I'm not gonna butcher their names right now. I picked them to win.
Roppongi 3K? What?
Wow.
I'm gonna pick the young Lions. I think we're gonna see an upset here, and I think they're gonna pull it off. So that's why I'm going with it.
Young Lions a chance. We got to get that trending.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Sidney G came up with that, so I can't get royalties.
I mean, I am a supporter of the young Lions. I mean, they are the future of pro wrestling.
You know what? Now that we bring that up, actually, now that I think about it, why not? And this is just a theory. New Japan likes to do a lot of these shows. Why not have a show strictly for the young Lions? Kind of like how WWE does NXT.
Well, they kind of got that coming up on the Road to Destruction with another tournament special, and I might try and do simple takes on that in my spare time, but being in college, time is limited. But
fair enough.
And then there's this one special at Long Beach, too, showcasing the young Lions not too long ago. Am I right?
That's correct.
Okay, there you go.
I didn't know if they did like a weekly show or not. That's what I mean, is like a weekly show for the young Lions. Going to show off what they can do.
Not necessarily, but they're always involved. They're always learning. They're always growing. New Japan Pro Wrestling looks at their talent from top to bottom, but gives each one their own stage and dedication to really show you what they're capable of, no matter what weight class you are. Anyway, let's move on to our next match. This is going to be another fun tag special. It is the current G1 Climax winner, the Golden Star Kota Ibushi, and his partner, the flamboyant Juice Robinson, coming off an incredible redemption match with Jon Moxley, versus Bullet Club time, folks. The Tokyo Pimp, Yujiro Takahashi, and little brother, highly not little, Hikuleo. All right. Now, Cindy, you're wearing a GOD shirt. Well, I'm definitely going to start with you here. Who's your pick to win?
Honestly, this is like one of those hardest picks to choose, especially I know New Japan is pushing Ibushi hard since he just won the G1 finals.
He won the G1 29, correct.
That's right, and he's getting a title shot for the IWGP Heavyweight title at Wrestle Kingdom 14, January 2020. This is going to be another pretty good match, but the question is, are we going to see either Jado or Gato in the corner? That's what I'm curious about, because I know Peter is not going to be there because she has like other gigs she got to do in Japan. And also I'm thinking, will Fale accompany Yujiro and Hakuliyo as well?
Now if they're in Area 51 with Chase Owens.
Yeah. But with that being said, I'm going with Juice Robinson and Ibushi to win. But just for that match only. Just saying.
All right, just for right now. Give the momentum to the good guys. Chris Mace, who do you got?
Bullet Club.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, wow.
He's not going against the club. The only club that matters. The original club. Yeah, I said it. Fuck you. Anyway.
Well, I mean, considering the fact that, I don't know, Tama Tonga is there. Yeah, it's the original club. Not over in WWE land where it's like, AJ Styles is the original club.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Let's ruffle the feathers. Let's not try and kill the bird. James, speaking of which, you just came off eating KFC.
I did eat KFC. So that's...
All right, who do you got for this tag match?
I am going to go with Ibushi and Robinson. I think Ibushi needs to keep his momentum going, especially heading into Wrestle Kingdom later this year. And he can take a few losses probably between now and then, but I don't think now is the time to do that. He just came off the G1, so I think he needs to continue to roll with the momentum. As far as Juice Robinson goes, he lost the U.S. title to Jon Moxley. I think he needs to also keep momentum going. So for pure momentum alone, got to go with Robinson and Ibushi.
There's a reason why these next few months are called the road to destruction, because everything can change. Just saying. But anyway, good brother Chris, who do you got in this match?
I got Juice Robinson and Kato Ibushi to win against Tokyo Pimp and his tag team partner. I cannot pronounce his name. I know it's not Chinese. So, sorry, guys.
All right.
Oh, man.
Heads up, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Cass, he is currently on assignment. I'm kidding. He's a hardworking man. He's working. His predictions will be posted later in the graph, as well as for All Out. Chris Cass, miss you. Wish you the best. Come back soon. All right. So, anyway. So, yeah, it's Bullet Club versus the winner of G1 Climax and the guy that finally seems to be being more himself, picking up momentum. So, yeah, I kind of agree with where y'all going with the baby faces here. Kota Ibushi, he just won G1 Climax. Now, he's going to face many challengers for his briefcase during the Road to Destruction. Also, Juice Robinson, he's got to be in line for IWGP US title rematch. No automatic rematches, but he did beat the guy during the G1. And Moxley says, you want this match, you let me know when, you let me know how, etc. Also, currently, John Moxley, he is suffering a staph infection. Get well soon. But with that being said, I am going to go, because we are on the initial, before the Road to Destruction, I am going to go with Kota Ibushi and Juice Robinson for the win.
It's funny. The only time I pick Bullet Club, nobody else picks Bullet Club. And then everybody else picks Bullet Club. I don't pick them. I see how this works, y'all. I'm just making sure.
I wouldn't say that. We still have more of the show to go through. All right, let's move on to our next match, because, yeah, all sorts of members of Bullet Club are going to be in action here. We're just getting started.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
All right, this is going to be an interesting one. I guess you could say home union boy, Will Ospreay, and his tag partner, the newest member of Chaos, the real Robbie Eagles, versus the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champions, Taiji Ishimori, the Bone Soldier, and ELP, Asmo. Now, this is non-title, so you got to consider if Will Ospreay and Robbie Eagles pick up the win here. And this would be huge for them, because they have so much history with these two, especially El Phantasmo. He's got more beef with both these men, I think, than Taiji does.
Mm-hmm.
And we are in jolly old England. I feel like here, but then again, El Phantasmo, he's also around those parts too. So this could go either way, but I'm curious to see this title match come to fruition. I think it's going to be the first step towards it. I'm picking Ospreay and Eagles for the win. And this was their first time as a tag team since Eagles has left Bullet Club and joined Chaos. So I think the faces are going to go over here. Yeah, I'm going against Bullet Club again. I know I'm crazy. All right, Bullet Club lady. Cindy, you saw all these men in action. Who do you got?
Well, so this is going to be somewhat of a redemption from the Super J Cup. And I know, by the way, it's going to be a spoiler, guys, because you guys saw it on social media. So El Phantasmo did defeated Robbie Eagles round 1, and then jumped to round 2 where he defeated TJP, and then on the semifinal, he defeated Will Ospreay altogether. And you guys already know what happens next with the finals and everything like that, which I'm going to leave it at that. This is going to be a redemption in a making for ELP and Ospreay and Eagles. Now with Ishimori, he's just going to sit there and just watch everything unfold, but at the same time, you got to help his tag team partner. I know it's going to be a lot of animosity going on. I know it's going to be Will Ospreay's home country, but with that, this is going to be one of those hard picks to choose. I know they're pushing hard for ELP. Honestly, I'm going with Bullet Club for the win.
All right. And truth be told, if Taiji does pick up the win here, he could get a rematch for his IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship held by Will Ospreay. There's a lot of different chances here. So, again, I see your point. All right. Chris Mace, who do you got?
Eagles and Ospreay to win. I think this is going to be a redemption story with both of them after what happened in the J Cup. So I think this is the start to it, and they're going to pick up the win here.
All right. A little bit of storytelling. Good brother Chris, what about you?
Well, I just found out on Saturday that El Phantasmo is not British. He's actually Canadian.
Yep.
Yeah. So I lost $1.
And I won one.
I actually lost
Yep.
$1 to Sydney that past Saturday. I said
ELP from
he was rubbing people the wrong way, rubbing the crowd the wrong way, saying like, "You can suck my," I can't say it. Like, he said the word Canadian, and I looked at Sydney and went, "I bet you $1 he's not Canadian." 1 minute later, they finally showed it to me on the phone. I'm like, here you go. She went, "Yes, bitch." Anyway.
Yep. Worth $1 to buy my Arizona iced tea.
Yes. I'm gonna go with Robbie Eagles and Will Ospreay because this is redemption. Because we are in Will Ospreay's hometown in London, England. So this gotta be a home field advantage for Will Ospreay. And plus, Will Ospreay has never beaten El Phantasmo just yet in New Japan.
That is correct. All right. James, you're the last one here. Who do you got?
Yeah, I'm going with Eagles and Ospreay because Ospreay is the hometown boy, and there you go. That's what I think. He already lost to, from what you guys said, he already lost to Ospreay, and Eagles lost to El Phantasmo in the J Cup. So yeah, they need to win. They absolutely need to win. It all comes down to momentum. In this case, they need to get the momentum back on their side.
Well, New Japan Pro Wrestling being a battle of factions between Chaos, Los Ingobernables de Japón, Suzuki-gun, the New Japan Pro Wrestling purists, and, of course, Bullet Club. This would be big momentum for Chaos. Then again, they do have the top piece.
Let me ask you this. Are they going to focus more of what happened with both the G1 and the Super J Cup, or just focus on what happened at the G1? Because I know the Super J Cup is not airing on New Japan Pro World until September.
I guess it really depends on what Kevin Kelly really puts over. I feel like both have to come and play here because even though they might not foreshadow it on TV, all four of these men are well aware of you beat me, I beat you, etc., etc. And I feel like these matches are not defined by the previous event itself. It goes farther back than that. Now, truth be told, some people coordinate the place with the event. It could be a curse or a blessing. But to my knowledge, I think this is the first time they're actually here at this venue. So to answer your question, I feel like it's going to be more off of just the year events in general. Because again, we got IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. We got Betrayal from Bullet Club. We got this turmoil feud between Ospreay and El Phantasmo since day one. So I think it's just a lot of factors. And that's what I love about this. It just goes so far back. It truly never ends. But you truly don't know how it's going to go. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next tag special before we get into our tag match, the last one. Well, I did mention all the factions, didn't I? There's one faction I didn't mention a match for so far. Well, two, but you'll get the idea. Los Ingobernables de Japón, the current IWGP Intercontinental Champion, Tetsuya Naito, tranquilo, and his partner, the Cold Skull, Sonata, versus... oh boy, here comes Courtney's favorite. Breathe with the Switchblade. Jay White and Chase Owens. Now, Chase Owens, he played a lot during the G1, helping the Rogue General pick up a few wins. But I guess he came back from Area 51. I don't know what's going on here. And then Jay White, he's a man that believes everything he says and nearly delivers on every single word he says. But since losing the G1, you got to imagine his next fight's going to be against the guy he beat during the J1, Tetsuya Naito, for his title. So with that, this is Bullet Club's leader. And this is one guy that I truly have come to accept for him for what he says, because he truly backs it up. He's a master manipulator at mind games, and you know he's going to have the wild factor Gato in his corner with a pair of brass knuckles. It's for that reason, keep it simple, I'm going to pick Bullet Club here, Jay White and Chase Owens. So, good brother Chris, who do you got in this match?
Oh, why'd you pick me first? Oh, man, this one is tough because I will have to explain the story why this is going to be tough for me later. Oh, man, you got Naito as the Intercontinental Champion. He needs to be protected. You got Sonata, who is the #1 contender right now for the IWGP Heavyweight Champion because he defeated Okada during the G1 tournament. You got the leader of the Switchblade, Jay White, and you have Chase Owens. Oh my God, this is tough. Oh my God. Okay, as the reigning and defending NJPW champion, can I think about this real quick, Noah? Can you go someone else? Can I think about it real quick?
I'll take it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
James, go next.
Okay. Well, you mentioned it yourself, Chris. There's Chase Owens. Chase Owens is eating the pin. Like, there you go. It's simple as that.
Okay. I'm gonna take this risk. I got this now. I'll take Naito and Sonata. Yeah.
Chase Owens has to take the fall. That's the reason he's in this spot with Jay White is so he can take the fall. And, you know, because he let's be honest, with Chase Owens, every time I've seen him in a match anyway, he's either the odd one out or he's the fall guy. Every single time. Not all the time, but most times he is, and I feel like this is going to be the case here. So, there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Naito and Sonata.
Thank you, Coach Amp of AEW. Thank you, Coach Amp.
You're welcome.
All right. Fair enough. Chris Mace, who do you got?
Jay White and Chase Owens.
What is wrong with you?
Yes.
Okay, because all right, I was against Jay White in the G1, and like I said, if you watch the Simple Takes on the G1 series, Noah firm with it's on video. When I was wrestling Moxley, I started rooting more for Jay White as the match kept going and going. Jay White came, did what he said. He did as best he could in the G1. He had great momentum towards the end. Like I said, I think they're going to eventually set up him and Naito for the IC title. I'm going with Jay White and Chase Owens, so they're going to build up that story.
All right. And with that, Cindy, you're wearing Bullet Club.
Yep.
What side are you on?
Well, you guys left out one thing, and I did follow up with like the whole Super J Cup situation, especially the one from Long Beach. So, Bullet Club, Jay White and Ishimori had a tag team match against, of course, LIJ, Naito, and Bushi, which surprisingly enough, you guys, in Long Beach, Bullet Club did defeated LIJ. But there's this one key component that I think you guys saw in New Japan Pro World, but then other social media. Jay White wanted to challenge Naito for the IWGP Intercontinental title at the next show, Destruction to, what's that city? Destruction to?
I think it's Kobe or Sapporo. There's two different ones.
Yeah. So he's challenging Naito for the title. So this is going to be what's going to transpire from the Super J Cup to where it's going to lead to it as well, especially with the whole feud with Naito and Jay White just for the IWGP Intercontinental title. I think that this is going to be the way that's going to show like good storytelling leading up to what they're going to have like a potential match in the next big show. For with that being said, since I know it's Chase Owens with Bullet Club, and I know we have Sonata, which is going to be pretty interesting, Sonata and Naito tagging together, honestly, I'm going with Bullet Club altogether. That's going to give some good storytelling, excellent match, and what's going to lead to the next big show.
Yeah, and we'll see. We got several shows on schedule without English commentary, but I'm still going to watch them. Mm-hmm. And we'll see what happens on the road to destruction. There's going to be plenty of roadblocks for all the champions and the G1 winner that can really redefine what Wrestle Kingdom 14 can be.
And by roadblock, by the way, we're not talking about end of the line.
Okay.
I knew he was going to go there.
Yep.
With that being said, we are finally through our special matches. Now we get to the title matches. Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and talk about this one, because this one I feel can be predictable, but then again, it's in the UK. The current IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, you know who they are, G.O.D., the Gorillas of Destiny, versus, to be determined, the winners of the Rev Pro Wrestling Road to Royal Quest tournament. Now, I follow Rev Pro a little bit, and I know some of the participants in this tournament. I don't necessarily know all the teams. We have one of the best teams in the UK, in the world probably, Aussie Open, Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis. They took on even the Rascals who were involved in this, who you might know from Impact Wrestling, Desmond Xavier and Zachary Wentz.
Yep.
At Dan Maloney, who I know a little bit from his time on NXT UK, and MK McKinnon go up against Team White Wolf, who I know a little bit from Defiant Wrestling, Carlos Romo and A-Kid. There is even Gabriel Kidd, who I know a little bit from Defiant Wrestling, and his partner Charlotte Jackson in this, going up against Kenneth Halfpenny and Brendan White, the only team I truly didn't know much about. And then there's the undisputed British Tag Team Champions, Josh Bodum and Shaw Samuels. And the other team that I think I was the most stupid about, Dan McGee and Curtis Chapman. So any of these teams were potential contenders based on who won this tournament. I do not know who the winner is yet. If I were to think who could win this, I'm leaning towards either Aussie Open or Team White Wolf because I just know them the most. But it's not about who won the tournament. It's about who I think is going to win this match. Bottom line, do I see a title change? The Guerrillas of Destiny, as you all know, recently dropped the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships to, thank you, good brother Chris, them boys, the Briscoes. I saw that live in that Lattimore. That was fucking epic. I don't see them losing
against the Briscoes anyway.
I don't see them losing these titles no matter what team faces them, though, because they are the leading tag team of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Simple as that. I'm saying GOD retains their Guerrillas of Destiny. Now, I know I've just been rambling on for a little bit, and I gave you all some food for thought. But again, this is British Tag Team Wrestling versus New Japan Pro Wrestling tag teams and the champs themselves for the titles. I don't think they're going to lose them. I think this might be unanimous here, but I'm not going to assume. James, who you got in this match? What's your thoughts? Because you follow British wrestling to an extent, like I do.
Yes, I do. I'd have to go with GOD regardless. The British Tag Team Champions, I can never remember their tag name because I don't follow Rev Pro too much, but I do follow other indies in the UK.
I follow a little bit of them in Progress and ICW and a couple of others over the top rope, but I digress. Continue.
I'd have to say GOD retains. You never know if the Rev Pro Tag Champs are the winners of this. Those titles could be on the line too. Regardless, though, result will probably be the same. And the more gold for GOD, the better. Right. I love GOD.
I mean, you can't go against Guerrillas of Destiny, especially that new badass theme. And keep in mind, folks, we are not going to know who the winner of this tournament is going to be to face GOD until the day before. This is being recorded the Monday of that week. So, sorry. But maybe I'll do a simple extra later on to discuss my thoughts on the winners. But beyond that, Chris Mace, who do you got in this match?
GOD.
I almost feel like Cindy and Goodbrother Chris are going to be saying this in unison, but I'm going to ask Goodbrother Chris first. Who you got in this match?
Congratulations, mates! Y'all are the #1 contenders for the IWGP Tag Team Champions! And you're going to lose, so my money is on the Guerrillas of Destiny!
Wow, you could have said that.
That may have been the worst accent I've ever heard, but it was so worth it. Oh my God.
The Academy Award for the Best Actor goes to, in Comedy Relief, all right, Cindy G, you're wearing Bullet Club, you're wearing the freaking shirt, I don't need to ask you, just say it.
GOD to retain a title, but I would say the only tag team I feel that they would deserve to win the tournament and face GOD, it's going to be easy. It's going to be Aussie Opens. They're very well known, not only in Europe, but also in Australia and all over the world. Everybody knows who Aussie Open is. I mean, come on now. I know some of you guys. Yeah, exactly. So have Aussie Opens win a tournament and have a match against GOD, even though GOD will whoop their ass, and that's it. So, yeah, my pick.
Yeah, we're not going against Guerrillas of Destiny, period.
Aussie. Oh.
All right.
No. Instead of this, it's Aussie. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, they're going to break that chant dead in its tracks.
Oh,
anyway.
God.
And they're going to be with Jaido, right?
Oh, yeah, they're going to have him out there with a candlestick, without a doubt.
Yeah, Jaido or
You and
Fale.
that damn kendo stick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could just bring out Bad Luck Fale and have him sit on him. I mean, they probably get DQ'd, though.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, moving on. Let's go to the never open weight championship match. The current champ, the Stone Pit Bull, I swear this guy's head's made of concrete, Tomohiro Ishii versus Bullet Club's newest member, Kenta. All right, I did not see this match coming at all, but we know what Ishii feels about Kenta and how Kenta feels about Ishii. So I'm not even going to ramble. Bottom line is this. Ishii is going to kill Kenta, in my opinion. The only time Tomohiro Ishii has lost this title, I believe, recently, was to Taiji, I think. And I went against the Stone Pit Bull several times during the G1 and regretted it. He's one of my all-time favorites. I truly wish he was one of the top tier contenders to face Okada, Chaos versus Chaos, for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. And maybe that will happen during the Road to Destruction. I don't know. But I am very looking forward to this hard-hitting affair. Oh my gosh, how many freaking strikes are going to be thrown? And he's going to be like, hit me harder!
A ton.
Yeah, ton. That's putting it nice. Chris Mace, who you got in this match?
Kenta to become the new champion.
Yeah. Same.
All right.
Whoa.
Well, GOD put over Kenta as we're going to take him to that next level. So he's made some mistakes. Now he's back. Bullet Club took him in because they saw his potential and they see what Kenta's all about. Kenta's all about respect me. He didn't get so much from the New Japan crowd, so he's part of Bullet Club. Now he's probably one of the most hated. We'll see how that reflects in the United Kingdom. Cindy, what do you got?
He's going to be so over in
Well,
New Japan.
with Kenta, you know that he's going to get over in New Japan Pro. They're doing an awesome job booking him as a heel, even though there has been some mixed opinion about his heel turn at the G1 finals. But it's okay. He's getting that proper push and proper respect he needed, unlike the other company that, let's not talk about that. But newest member Bullet Club, it's time for him to have gold around his waist. So I'm sorry, Ishii, but we need to get a new champ, especially with the card we had here. I feel we're going to see one title switch, but I'm just saying. So I'm going with Kenta to be the new never openweight champion. And I don't know who's he's going to be going with. He's going to be either with Jaido, or Jaido, whatever. I keep botching the name. Or Fale.
Oh, I'm sure he won't be alone. Bullet Club, you're never alone. Bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good brother Chris, who do you got?
You know, listening to Holiday and Sydney G, and I know I'm in a bad situation right now when it comes to these predictions. I have to really agree with Sydney G. Hopefully it just don't cost me. He just joined Bullet Club. He cannot take an L for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he's not Jay White.
He cannot take an L for this. When I heard this match was announced, I went, okay, that came out of random, but God, but
you got to remember when.
Go on.
You got to remember when AJ came in all that time ago into New Japan, he won the title almost immediately. Pretty much won the title.
Yes,
so
2014.
Anything can happen, and I think this is one of those times.
And John Moxley. Thank you, James. Okay. And plus, Kenta's going to be my pick. That can be something very interesting in that storyline with him and Shibata. The last singles championship Shibata has ever held was the Never Open Gate Championship.
Correct.
He can say, hey, remember you used to own this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can see that happening.
I beat the guy because I heard Shibata and Ishii fought over that belt many times in the past.
That's correct.
Back and forth.
Go watch those matches, folks. New Japan World.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, please do. Yes, I'm going with Kenta on this one. Yes. This is my final. Kenta.
By the way, on the subject of Kenta, do you know the reason they actually turned Kenta? It was actually funny. They did a podcast where they went through the comments of one of the videos involving Kenta in the G1, and oh my God, if you people thought that people supporting Impact was bad, you ain't got nothing on New Japan supporters over in Japan. They destroyed the crap out of this guy. Like, they roasted him like no tomorrow. Some people even took it a step farther, saying he's not a good wrestler, all because he came from Pro Wrestling Noah. So that is nuts to think about, that they actually saw this and they're like, you know what? We might have something with this. Let's turn him. You know what I mean? That's awesome to me.
Oh,
It's
he's
like
not
they
a great
took-
wrestler? You can see the DVD right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Enough said, people.
Imbeciles.
Exactly.
So, James, I don't think I need to really say anything else or even ask you.
Yeah,
I
no,
think your pick
I
is
fully
Kenta.
agree with everybody here with the Kenta pick. You
Yeah.
might be the odd one out, Noah.
I think we're
Yeah.
not.
Ah, man. I feel like with this title, when it's on Tomohiro Ishii, it's almost transitional. But
It's like
It
the
is.
European Championship of New Japan, really.
Yeah, it really is.
well, ironically, they are in the
Potato,
UK.
hot
So
potato.
Hot
they are
potato.
in the UK, so you're not wrong. Damn it. All right, fine. I agree with the unity here because I feel like they are going to try and do some sort of angle with Shibata again. But I don't think they're going to put him in our match because, again, Shibata even said he did this to make Kenta look strong, put him over as a heel.
And drop kick to the
Beautiful.
Oh.
I still can't believe he pulled off all that physicality against Kenta. That was still impressive. But regardless,
Yeah.
Kenta, he's in Bullet Club. His first match in Bullet Club. They want to showcase him as this guy going to the next level. And Tomohiro Ishii and Kenta have not faced each other one-on-one yet because they were in separate blocks. This is going to be an incredible match, but I'm going to go with Kenta for the win as well. All right. Well,
It's the only match we're unanimous so far.
yeah, well, second one, actually. We're anonymous on a couple
Oh,
of them.
yeah.
I don't know how many times these two are going to face each other,
Yeah,
but
right.
honestly, I don't care. I love it. The British Heavyweight Championship. The current champ, the submission master, get well soon, Taka, Zack Sabre Jr. versus the ace of New Japan, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Now, we know how much grief these people have against one another, okay? Go all the way back to G1 Supercard when Zack Sabre Jr. and Hiroshi Tanahashi faced each other
I was there
one-on-one.
live for that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Lucky!
love that match.
Lucky, damn it, Lucky! Anyway, I got it.
That should be his next No DQ t-shirt. Lucky.
Lucky.
Glasses off. Anyway, we know that
Is this one going to be in the Pepsi logo?
They face each other there. Zack Sabre Jr. won. Hiroshi Tanahashi, Zack Sabre Jr. They face each other during the G1 climax, and freaking Zack Sabre Jr. lost. I'm pretty sure these guys are 2-2, I think, when I look at their overall matches against each other this year. And we know Hiroshi Tanahashi can win simply with a victory roll. But do I see Zack Sabre Jr. losing this title here to the Ace? Because really, I don't know what's next for the Ace, but I got an idea. So, with that being said, and thinking about what could be next for Zack Sabre Jr., and you guys know I am pro Suzuki-gun, Tatsunori! But, this is going to be a hard one to call. And I feel like Zack Sabre Jr. could probably go on to something else. I gotta be bold here because I know it's New Japan Wrestling World Quest, United Kingdom. You would think, for example, this guy is not gonna lose the freaking title. I'm gonna say he's going to. I'm gonna actually go with the ace on this one, Hiroshi Tanahashi. All right, James, who do you got?
It's got to be Sabre Jr., dude. He's been on a roll with this. They're basically making him the Pete Dunne of New Japan with this RPW title, because I feel like he's held on to this thing for ages now, man. He's held this belt for a very long time.
This year against Tomohiro Ishii. So you're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for all I know, maybe NXT just probably ripped off this. Who knows? But you know, I just feel like you can't take it off him, especially in Royal Quest. I mean, you could do it, but I feel like that's going to be kind of weird because Hiroshi Tanahashi's always kind of been a babyface, and he's definitely going into this probably as the crowd de facto heel. There's no doubt about it in my mind. He's going into England. This is Zack Sabre Jr.'s home country. So I don't know if you really want to go with Tanahashi to win just because of that fact alone. I feel like Sabre Jr. is going to retain.
Okay. Good brother Chris, who do you got?
I've seen a lot of these matches between those guys, and they can go. And Zack Sabre Jr. always owns Tanahashi's number. Like Tanahashi, yes, he's the ace, but he's just getting old. He's not the same guy that he was. You know, the comeback story. It's like, okay, enough.
Yeah.
The ace is dead. Long live Zack Sabre Jr. He needs to win this match. I was very, very disappointed that New Japan kind of dropped the ball on Sabre Jr. in this tournament in the G1. I'm like, come on, you could have gave him like 10 points or 12 points in the G1.
Yeah.
I think he got one of the lowest scores. I think he got 6.
He got screwed over.
The lowest score was Lance Archer. Actually.
Yeah, but I got Zack Sabre Jr.
And not to mention the fact he's a hell of a promo too.
Dickhead.
He's a hell of a promo.
Freaking talking about how
I don't like drinking warm beer. No warm beer. Cold.
I absolutely love him. You know what he reminds me of though? Every time I see him,
what?
Simon from the In-Betweeners. Every single time. That freaking haircut and that lanky body is like, hey, it's Simon from the In-Betweeners.
Dickhead.
All right. Chris Mace, who you got in this match?
Well, actually, I'm going to correct everybody. Zack Sabre Jr. had 8 points in the G1, so that's 6 out of my notes right here. But like I said, this is an interesting match. I'm torn between this one because Tanahashi said he's been doing this since 2000. He's a veteran.
Wow.
He's a veteran of the ring, and here's a keynote. I learned something today when I was reading up on stuff. One of his first few big singles wins was against a man called Scott Hall when he was in New Japan for that brief time in 2000. So I thought that was very interesting. So, but getting back to this, Zack Sabre Jr., he's a submission specialist. Like I said, this is I hate comparing it to other things I've seen before, but this is major. This is his home field advantage, and that reason mainly I'm saying Zack Sabre Jr. But I think honestly, any other time this was somewhere else, I would have picked the ace, but I can't go against Zack Sabre Jr., especially when it's in London. So I'm going Zack Sabre Jr. to retain.
All right, fair enough. I mean, yeah, it does seem like home field advantage. The crowd, the venue, the ref. Anyway, Cindy, what do you got?
Well, it's going to be an obvious pick and answer and everything like that. In particular, I'm going with Sabre Jr. to retain the title. Simple as that, Noah.
I feel like, though, without Taka, he's really kind of had, mixed fortunes. And I feel like without Taka, this could be another downfall for him. Or a redemption, actually. That's why I went with the ace. And keep in mind, we already know what the ace might be being set up for come Wrestle Kingdom, thanks to the events at Dominion. I honestly feel like some way, somehow, he wins the title, he loses it along the way due to a distraction by a certain individual that is not the Rainmaker, something totally different. Just saying. So maybe I'm just doing a little bit of crazy foreshadowing. I don't know. But, I mean, it's not like the British Heavyweight Championship hasn't been held by someone not from the UK, a.k.a. Tomohiro Ishii. Just saying. All right. Well, we finally made it to the main event of this card, and the reason I'm wearing this shirt. Now, I know people have compared the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, the current IWGP Heavyweight Champion, to John Cena, the John Cena New Japan Pro Wrestling. I mean, that's ridiculous. I also think somehow you guys are almost right. He almost took the freaking block of the freaking G1. He was this close, basically, to doing a Shingo-type performance. But then you have the one guy who I felt should have been in this, and it's one of the true veterans of this promotion, someone I hugely respect. Always love seeing him in action. Recently saw his Wrestle Kingdom match against Blue Justice Nagata. Minoru Suzuki. Oh, man. And these two are not strangers to each other, as New Japan Pro Wrestling just today, they put up a free match of these two face each other one-on-one previously at the New Beginning in Sapporo, where Okada did win. Both of these men have traded victories amongst one another, and physicality to say the least. Minoru Suzuki has not said a single word during the entire span of the G1, as he was the guy outside looking in, until the very last night of the finals in Budokan. Apologies if I screwed that up. And he basically said, I want it. I want that title. I was like, I knew this one was going to be set up. There's a mixed reaction here between who wants Okada to retain and who wants Minoru Suzuki to win. I would love to personally see Minoru Suzuki head into Wrestle Kingdom's main event as the champion against Kota Ibushi, and seeing if one of the legends of New Japan Pro Wrestling can actually put down once and for all one of the biggest up-and-comers that I think the Ace even passed the torch to, Kota Ibushi. So the question here is, this is the first stop before the Road to Destruction even. Could we see a title change for the top title against a guy that seems virtually unbeatable? I don't think so. I mean, it's not even in New Japan. I honestly feel like Okada and Suzuki is going to be match of the night, but I honestly don't think there's going to be a title change here. I'm going to go with, begrudgingly, Okada retaining. All right. Chris Mace, who do you got?
This is another one I'm so torn on. If it wasn't for the logical reason that would make more, it's going to make more sense for Okada to be at Wrestle Kingdom with the top champion as the champion, I would go against it. But as far as I'm going to go with Okada to retain. I'm just leaving it at that because I could see Suzuki pull off some miracle and pull it off, but I'm going with Okada to retain, just my logical reasons.
Simple enough. James, who you got?
So I was thinking about this myself, and you could do a traditional heel versus babyface route at Wrestle Kingdom when it comes to Ibushi. But then again, you have to think about the main audience that they have. It's obviously Japanese. And Okada versus Ibushi is way too big of a match to pass up. It's way too big of a match not to build to, even if it is babyface versus babyface. It's quite arguably the two biggest stars in Japan at this current moment right now, in Ibushi and Okada. You have to build that match. It's going to sell way too many tickets in the Tokyo Domes. That being said, Okada's my pick. I would love to see Minoru Suzuki win this belt. I think he's long deserved it with the amount of times he's put his body on the line. But at the end of the day, business is business, and Okada and Ibushi is just way too big of an opportunity to pass up. I mean, you could do a thing where it's randomly like Suzuki wins, and then Okada wins the belt back from him. But I feel like that'd just be too out of nowhere. So I just feel like it'd be easier to make Okada retain the title.
All right. Cindy, who do you got?
I'm going to make it short and sweet because I know this video is going to be long. I'm going with Okada to retain a title. And Okada is definitely going to hold that title up till Wrestle Kingdom 14, where he is going to face Ibushi.
Not unless Sonata beats him, because you're right, Sonata, he's due for another match, and that's his rival. I mean, Okada is not basically undefeated this year. Again, a couple people have beaten him. Stranger things have happened. This is New Japan Pro Wrestling. With that being said, current Team IndyDQ, New Japan Pro Wrestling champ, you knew I had to save you for last for this one, because it is the top title. Who is your pick to win?
I gotta go Okada winning this. It sucks for Suzuki. He's finally getting another opportunity, but Okada's gonna retain the championship.
Yeah. There's not much more to say about that, right? Again, these guys have traded victories back and forth through previous G1s, through previous single encounters. There's a new beginning. There was an outdoor fest match. I can't remember where it was at. But bottom line, this is going to be one of the most critically physical, taxing matches in Okada's life. Because Minoru Suzuki is fucking insane.
Yeah, I mean, it already was. He already proved that in the last match he had with him, so.
Yeah, and that went about an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, by the way, Chris Cassie sent me in his quick picks. He has Team Taguchi, Ibushi and Juice, Naito and Sonata, Bullet Club Taiji ELP, Bullet Club GOD, Bullet Club Kenta. I thought he was an LIJ, Mark. Oh, wait, never mind. He has Hiroshi Tanahashi. I'm not alone.
Jesus.
And he also has Okada. So with that, that concludes our predictions, New Japan Pro Wrestling Royal Quest, on our first stop on the Summer of Wrestling conclusion that is this Saturday. It's going to be a freaking amazing show. Thank you to everybody that watched. Thank you to all my friends here joining me for the special prediction showcase. Hope you all enjoyed. Let's go around and do our plugs real quick. Good brother Chris, what do you want to plug? Anything people find?
Well, before I start my plugs, I got to get this off my chest. During the Super J Cup tournament, I made an announcement if the winner of that tournament was going to win, I would have had 1 point in advantage. But the wrestler did not win the tournament, so I'm in a disadvantage. So when the scoreboard says 0-0-0, for me, since I am the reigning and defending Team No DQ, Indie DQ heavyweight champion, my precious is sitting over there.
I'm New Japan.
My precious for New Japan. For New Japan. Anyway, I was so interrupted by Sydney and her negativity.
Do you want me to message Evan?
Oh, Lord, no.
Keep it civil.
I am on, yes, as I was saying, I'm on -1 point. The guy did not win the tournament, so it sucks. I got to catch up. I need some of these delinquents to lose some of their matches so I can retain my championship. Now to my plugs. Listen to me, you people. Follow me on Facebook, Christopher Willis. Follow me on Instagram, Chris J. Willis 86. Follow me on Twitter, GB Chris Willis 86. Follow my Facebook group. I'm not the leader of the AEW Nation group, at all. Plus, we also have Sydney G as also the admin, but she is taking a little bit of hiatus. You already know the story. So, that's all I got to really say. I'm going to retain my championship. Precious, it's okay. It's okay. They're not going to touch you or nothing like that. No one's not going to, no. Just no. I'm retaining my championship.
We shall see. Chris Mace, anything you want to plug, and where can people find you?
You can just follow me on Twitter at Christopher Mace. Support Aftermatch Wrestling. Stephen and Jerry do great work there. Support Colin Andrews with the chopping block. He does great work there. Support NoDQ.com. That's the reason why we do all this stuff that we're doing now. And I just want to take a second. Thank everybody for letting me be part of this. I'm glad to see you back, Cindy. James, nice to get to work with you again. Noah, I see you every week, so it's always a pleasure. And good brother Chris, I'm going to take that Precious from you. Don't worry about it. It's going to be around my shoulder soon enough, just to let you know.
Uh-oh.
And so the trash talking begins. All right, simple enough. James, anything you want to plug, and where can people find you?
You guys can find me right here on youtube.com, youtube.com/user/JHebertSide95. That's JHEBERTSIDE95. That's also my Twitter, at JHebertSide95. You guys can check out a new show that I'm actually bringing in with my friends called the Indie Force, where we review a bunch of independent wrestling. So we got 2 indie groups. Yay! And you guys can also check out my CAW Wrestling League promotion called Weymouth Youth Wrestling. You can find that on youtube.com/user/WYW Pride. And if you want to see Immortal, the link for that is youtube.com/user/Luke_Lynch or WYW Pride.
All right. Simple enough. Cindy, hey, extremely pleasurable as always. Anything you want to plug, where can people find you? It's good to have you back.
Thank you. Well, good brother said I am on hiatus. Facebook is just for friends and family and coworkers, so just want to let y'all know. Twitter, I am taking a break on it as well, but you guys can still follow me at nodq.com/Cindy. That'll take you directly to Twitter. But I made a decision that I am back on Instagram. I figured just to take baby steps at a time. So you guys can follow me on Instagram at simply_C_OKOR. I'm actually progressively trying to post photo arts where I've been caught up during my hiatus. And also I did post an Instagram story of like the recent show I've gone to, the Super J Cup, but also I am back on my personal YouTube channel, as you guys saw my live update video, and I made a promise. New video are going to be coming up soon. Like, who knows? Maybe the prediction video, but that's going to be first exclusive content before hitting on NoDQ.com, or you guys are going to be seeing my first vlog of my adventures in independent wrestling, starting with the Super J Cup, which Good Brother Chris is featuring in my vlogs, which you guys are going to see everything with our friends and our loved ones and et cetera, et cetera. So again, username simply_C_OK on my YouTube channel. Same thing with Instagram as well. And thanks, y'all. Really appreciate it.
Again, thank you to my Team IndyDQ family joining me tonight, and Chris Cass from afar getting his predictions before the end of the video in. Good luck to everybody here. And with that being said, folks, you want to know more about me, know this. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of what?
Wrestling!
You're damn right, wrestling. For life. Simple as that. So, if you want to follow me, look me up on Twitter, nodq.com/Noah. Takes you to my Twitter page, and I'll talk to you anything wrestling. Or follow my simple YouTube channel here at youtube.com/user/NoahFoster210. You'll find all sorts of reviews, takes, analysis on all things wrestling, WWE and beyond. AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor, and independent wrestling. Support independent wrestling, folks, as well as more. And I hope you all did enjoy this video. And if you did, and you want more content like this, then support NoDQ. This is the reason I'm in YouTube, along with all these wonderful people here. Go buy a shirt. Go buy some merch. I think it's now nodq.com/merch. Otherwise, try nodq.com/shirts. One of those two is guaranteed to get you some great merch. I have a shirt. Cindy has a shirt. There are so much stuff there. Buy a shirt. Buy a hat. Buy a pen. Buy a tapestry. Buy a mug.
Yep.
Buy a Alexa Bliss mug.
Buy all of it.
Just do it. Just do it. What are you waiting for? You already hear me? Do it. I dare you. Anyway, yeah, and follow NoDQ on all your social media platforms. Go make a friend, make an enemy, or attempt to troll Virtue, the Troll Slayer. Type him down on the official NoDQ website, because there's a comment section of everything, and your opinions matter. Comments on anything. Polls, comms, memes, gifts, reviews, recaps, sexy female pics. You name it, it's there. It's wrestling, primarily WWE. But we, in Team IndyDQ, are bringing you even more with New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW. Let us know if you like this content too and want more of this. We'd love to do more of it with you. And with that being said, like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. What are you most excited for this Saturday? AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, or NXT UK? Speaking of which, if you haven't already, check out NXT UK, check out our crowded predictions. And coming up shortly, we will also be doing AEW All Out predictions. They'll also be uploaded on both channels. So with that, we're going to take a break, get right into AEW All Out. So, for the Archangel James Hebert, for the lovely Cindy G, our indie queen, for the holiday, Chris Mace, and the current IWGP Team IndyDQ champion, Good Brother Chris, good luck.
Whoa. No, excuse me, Noah. Can you say the best in the world for me? Can I get a request for
This
that?
is not WWE.
I am not Greg Hamilton, and I'm going to say this right now.
I can do it for you. I can do it for you. I'll do it for you, Chris.
WWE.
I'll do it for you, Chris.
Thank
Want me to
you.
do it? The best in the world, Chris Willis.
Thank you, James. Thank you. You're
And
a
there
Lord.
goes the view. There goes
Yeah, we're going to get thumbs down now.
Ladies and gentlemen, let it be known, I fucking hate Shane McMahon on TV. So, with that again, for my team and Chris Kaz afar, thank you for watching. Again, like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Let us know your predictions in the comments down below. Want to join us? Let us know. We want to expand. We want to change the outlook of NoDQ, change the world. And until the next video, whether here on my channel or on NoDQ.com, somewhere on YouTube or beyond, everybody, enjoy wrestling and have a good night.
Have a good night,
Cheers,
y'all.
This was absolutely too sweet.
And I'm coming for your title.
Yeah,
Cut
no.
that off. Don't edit that.
Sorry, everybody.